Once I was here, there was no desire to go back anywhere else. I know what I read on the internet. I know what I studied, but let me learn from scratch. What I did see was I have reassessed what I think of my own country.
So do you think living in Ukraine has changed you?
Absolutely.
Has changed your personality in a way?
You make Ukrainian sounds when you are upset. Whoa! I never made that sound before I got here.
So, welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Stapler. This is my friend Chris. Where are you from, Chris?
I'm from Texas.
He's from Texas, USA, right? And he's currently living in Ukraine, Kiev. And give me a little bit more of your backgrounds.
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I went to college for music, but I spent 12 years before I came here being a counterterrorism guy. So both of those things mattered to what I do here. The music,
why is that? Yeah.
Well, the music eventually caught up. It wasn't why I was here. I came here because of counterterrorism, chief of research role. And, I had been studying what had happened here from a distance, from 2014 on. But you have to be here to really learn. You have to be here to get so many nuances that get lost in the media. And I stayed after the full-scale invasion because I realized, one, I was just immediately committed. I would say there was probably not a strong conscious decision of I'm going to live here forever. That just became the reality. Once I was here, there was no desire to go back anywhere else.
So you're a guy from USA who's living here in Ukraine, Kiev. When you came here for the first time, what surprised you the most? In Ukraine, about Ukraine? There was no surprise.
I think the thing that it didn't really surprise me, but I remember very clearly on March 1st, 2022, when I stepped out on Maidan for the first time, I told myself, you know nothing. Have a beginner's mind. Don't walk in here and tell yourself, I remember studying. No, take that layer off. Learn as if you had known nothing. Why? And that was a big decision because people walk in here, if they already have some concepts, if they already learned some history, they go, oh, and they keep expecting.
They might be wrong, yeah.
Yeah, they keep expecting something that they thought they learned. And instead, by having a beginner's mind, to go, I don't really know what happened here. I know what I read on the internet. I know what I studied, but let me learn from scratch. And what that did was it cleared the plate so I can learn organically from a range of people about all sorts of complicated current history, past history, and our current situation.
Did you, when you came here, did you change your mind in a way, about things? So maybe, before coming here, you thought, oh, this is how it works in Ukraine, or, this is how it worked in Ukraine, but, when you came to Ukraine, you're like, oh, actually, it's not true, so things work in a different way here.
I didn't have a precept for Ukraine to follow, so it wasn't something Ukraine could get wrong. So by not having a burden on either the people or the country, I didn't have to worry about that. What I did see was I have reassessed what I think of my own country. Because I can see things that Ukrainians do to survive, to grow, even on the individual level of someone having their own business or their own objectives in life. I can see a very keen difference between people here of many ages and people in America. And that's been a huge revelation for me. And I spent a lot of time talking to Americans about what we don't understand about our own potential as Americans that I can learn from Ukrainians. So that was probably the biggest one, is something I learned about myself, my own patriotism, my own national identity. And then what I see Ukrainians do so much better than we do, even if maybe you guys don't relate to it the same way.
And you've been living in Ukraine for how many years?
Over 4 years now.
Over 4 years.
Yeah, the entire time.
So do you think living in Ukraine has changed you?
Absolutely.
Has changed your personality in a way? In what way?
So I've definitely become a hybrid.
Hybrid?
Yeah, I'm a hybrid.
Very interesting term.
My friends I have a couple of diaspora friends in America, and they tell me, they said, we've watched you literally change because we're American, but we're also Ukrainian. So when one of my best buddies, he says, you don't you really don't relate to our American news as much as you used to. You're more of a Ukrainian thinker now. My politics, my way of assessing and how to answer questions has changed. And I didn't notice it as much as people who are like that mile marker that that you always that have known you for years ago. You don't even verbally sound the same. You make Ukrainian sounds when you are upset. Whoa, I never made that sound before I got here. I cuss in Ukrainian when I'm upset. When I'm very angry and very sad, it comes out in the Ukrainian language noise.
You got your Ukrainian branches, like expanding your
you go through enough
personality, whatever.
You go through enough blackout nights with missiles and drones killing people, you're going to change as a person anyway.
Yeah.
So even without the Ukrainian overview of the Ukrainian cultural overlay, if I just said humans and humans, right? My perspective on life has changed when I've seen too many locations I've gone to, collapsed buildings, destroyed by missiles and drones. I was at the first 2 mass graves we know about in the first year in Bucha and Izum. That will change your life because it's no longer something in a book or ancient times. It's right in front of you. It's a memory you never forget.
Yeah.
When I stood at the occupation line in Kherson at the river with Oleshki, visually right across the river from me, and then I go home and go, I was that close to no freedom, to real terrorism. That close. Like the water is right in front of me. That's something that you can't tell a kid from Texas. One day, you're going to be next to occupied territory that Russia holds. These are things that are hard to imagine until you've physically been in those situations.
This is what we Ukrainians say, like Russian peace looks like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right.
Russian peace means give up and die. That's what Russian peace is.
Exactly. How does life in Ukraine feel now? So
it's very stressful. It's stressful because, like, even if everything worked for me, like if I figured out how to fix my own stuff, that's fine. And I always compartmentalize it. Like my life is one thing. It's what I see happening to the people in front. The uncertainty, the constant uncertainty. So if we just talk about even air defense, if we say, okay, let's say we solve that tomorrow. Somehow or another, magically, that's not the issue. Because it is the issue right now. Every night when missiles come in, there is no intercept. It's just impact. That's stressful. But let's say that that's not the issue. It's the other issue. The economic reality in front of us. The fact that we have people displaced and we want to see them again. The fact that some of my friends are at the front and I don't know their situation. They don't message back. This is the type of stuff Ukrainians live with every day. And I live with it now too, as if no different than anyone else. And this doesn't translate to the West when people say, oh my God, you're so resilient. Or you're so strong today. Like, we don't worry about feeling strong or resilient. We're trying to get up, get things done, get some food, get the job done and get home and go to sleep again. Wait, air raid, can't go to sleep yet, So
maybe later,
we're all very different. And I think that the situation here is very stressful for people, and I worry about a lot of people. Yeah.
All right. When you came here first time, if you compare like that period of time and now, do you think prices in Ukraine have drastically increased?
Prices?
Yeah. Prices for food, everything, Oh,
yeah.
Gas.
In fact, I watch it. I measure the differences in there. So I like to go buy like apple juice, okay? And I remember when I could walk in there and I'd see it on sale, a pretty good sized box for like 85 hryvnia, okay? I'd be lucky if it would be on special for 85 hryvnia now. It's a 135 hryvnia now. Same thing with a lot of fresh foods. Like, you're not thinking about it, all of a sudden, wait a minute, this used to stretch more and it's not stretching as much. And as you know, we've had the warehouses being attacked this last few weeks. Fora down the street and Silpo, they're coming in and the shelves are empty of required foods. And again, I see Ukrainians are like experts at figuring out how to adapt. And the one thing that they'll say is like, oh, no Pepsi. And they'll get something different and they'll adapt.
This is what history taught us.
This is the one place that's going to do better at it than anyone else.
Okay. If you compare a food you got in America and in Ukraine, so like, where is it better or
No, it's healthier here.
tastier, healthier?
It's healthier. It's really quantitatively healthier here. For instance, I cannot eat sour cream in America. I literally get sick from it. I can't taste this.
Why?
I can't
It's like
taste the
something wrong with the taste, or
yeah, I don't like I can't stand the taste of it. I don't like it. I never did. And yet here, if someone hands me borscht and it has smetana in there, and I go,
oh, something different.
wait a minute, why isn't that freaking me out? I'm not having a reaction. Now the taste is still something I'm not keen to because I grew up without that. But the difference is it's real. The ingredients are real. The ingredients are more natural. Something in it is why when I'm having it, I can actually do it.
Dude, you've ever tried sour cream from Village?
Yeah, exactly.
Babushka sour cream?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's the best.
My mom makes her own, so
that's how you understand like the difference between like the one you get in a store and like the Village one, you know?
Yeah.
It's even like better.
And I would say that's true here. Also, there are some things that when people say, well, let's get some traditional food and they want to go in a shop, I go, oh, actually, I'll tell as a joke. Someone says, I would like to basically make sure that borscht is available worldwide. And I said, yeah, but how will my mom rest? What? Because I said, oh, you mean like a chain? Yeah. Oh, no. Like borscht has to be made by mama. You know, like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand. And my joke is the fact that when you go into a shop, like Buzata Hata, you know, people don't know the history of, Americans don't know Buzata Hata. They don't know how it came about, how it originated. But they come here and like, I'm going to go get some authentic food. And they go to a chain location. Now, is it authentic? I mean, yeah, it's traditional food. But it's not like you go home and mama puts real homemade Varaniki.
Explain to folks the word mama. So,
let's say, okay, so in my case, my real family is all dead. But my best friend, his mom, who was in occupation, no less than Kherson, she raised me like from that first year until now. And I learned a whole lot of my Ukrainianness by living in a traditional home. Like every day was traditional food and mama makes all the food.
So now it's 2026. If you're like an average American guy, right, who is thinking to like about coming to Ukraine, do you think it's a good time now in 2026 to for Americans to come to Ukraine to visit Ukraine?
Sure. Yeah.
In terms of prices, danger, missiles, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I would strongly ask Americans to consider coming to Ukraine to firsthand see a couple of things, which I think is important. You'll see a very modern European country that when you see it, you go, oh, I didn't know how beautiful it was or how nice it was. Like I come from Houston, we do not have quality mass transportation.
Okay.
And yet in Kiev, I could walk right down to the metro and get way across town in no time for just a little bit of money.
Well, Kiev is smaller, I guess.
Well, Kiev is half the size of my city, which is 665 square miles. Houston is a massively big city. And Kiev is half that size, but it is still big by a lot of people's geographic standards. And the fact that I can get across the city so easily to meetings and everything else. Now, during air raid, I can't cross the bridge, but I can get a taxi. You can get things done here and you can come to see the country, and with bomb shelters, etc., you can be safe. It's not like there are rockets every 20 minutes or every day, even sometimes. But if you come here, you're going to see one major thing. And I think this is the most important thing. Marco Rubio was once talking, about a year ago, was talking about how terribly destroyed Ukraine was.
Yeah.
And the way it sounded, it makes it sound like
super
too bad, or it's over and it's too far gone.
Yes.
Then you don't hear what you should be protecting. You need to come here and see, wait a minute, there's plenty to protect. There's plenty still built and operative, and that's what we're protecting. So I think that's one of the major reasons to come see Ukraine in person. Number two is you might find something here that you can do that is your place to do. Well, some people, for instance, they go, I don't have all of your skills, Chris. What can I do? I said, can you drive a vehicle around from one part of the country to the other? Sure. Then we have a team that can help. You can help out with. They like to bring in some supplies or some vehicles or something. But what I notice every time is that when my American friends, associates, or someone comes here, is they always, the moment they leave, they want to come back.
Of course.
There's something that they attach to that they feel once they're abroad. And I said, that's right, because you've loved the country and it loved you right back. Yeah. And you didn't realize it was going to happen. You didn't know that was going to happen. And it does. It happens over and over again to people who come just for a little bit. They go away and they text for weeks. My God, I feel like I'm still there. I still have the air raids are on my app from when I was there. I said, right, you're still here.
My last question. What could you teach Americans, okay, about Ukraine or in general, okay, after living here in Ukraine, okay, imagine you need to go back to USA, all right? What would you teach the folks there after like experiencing in Ukraine?
Civic responsibility. Civic responsibility has been on full alert here. When people don't understand why Euromaidan happened, if you come into modern times and you look at, for instance, the protests 1 year ago when Zelensky and the administration wanted to make changes to 2 corruption agencies, immediately there were protests.
Yeah.
Immediately.
That's true.
Okay. And then this year, same thing happened when he dismissed Fedorov.
Yeah.
Immediately there were protests. Immediately there was action. And I filmed, basically 2 weeks ago, I filmed 10,000 people going through Krashatik to say, you will not remove our Minister of Defense. Yeah. We believe in him. Now, as a result, Zelensky removed the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, no less, which means that the power of the voices of the people did matter. Now, a few people here, we just had a young lady who's a friend of mine walk by and she says, but we didn't get Fedorov back, meaning that the main objective in the heart wasn't achieved. But the way I see it as an American is like, but you did achieve being heard on a level that is not happening elsewhere. Meaning, if you had taken no action, if you went, oh my God, that's terrible. Yeah. I hope something else works out, and you just stayed home, then what? But you didn't do that. You went out there. And I know a lot of people, when I watch the videos, like I was down in Mykolaiv last year when the Nabu and Sapu changes happened and the protests happened. I was in Mykolaiv. This year, I was in Mykolaiv again. Filming drone teams when protests happen here. And I went, oh my God, what's going on? And when I see it in Kiev, I know people in that crowd because I live here. So I'm like, oh, I know him. I know her. People walking by the camera. I know him. Wow, my people are turning out. Which means I know people and why they're there, what they're standing up for. But I get to see protests in Dnipro, in Mykolaiv, and in Kharkiv. And I think that doesn't translate to the West as well as much as it does here when there's action. So in America, they're waiting for permission or the timing for the next no kings to say no to Donald Trump and maybe the midterms. And I just don't see that in Ukrainians. I see Ukrainians saying, no, we want changes and damn it, we want it now. We want it like this. Yeah. And even when they don't quite work the way, citizens want, but that energy, that activism kicks in. And I think that that's one of the biggest things that if America could feel that, Americans could wake up and go, you mean I have to take action? Yes, you have to be the leader. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Be out there in the streets, even if you don't know the outcome, because that's what Ukrainians are doing. And it's fantastic. And I'll say this to Ukrainians, to my Ukrainian friends. It's why I believe in you guys. On the difficult days, I've seen what you guys teach to us.
That's cool to hear, man.
Дякую вам.
Thank you for this conversation.
Thank you.
Hit the like button if you like this video.
Yeah, please do. Like and subscribe.
Yeah. So we'll see you in the next one.